You know what I'm going to say.
So we're going through our WIG, right? Our one wildly important goal for that week, which leads to our one wildly important goal for the year. And so we're going around and Jen's like, oh, I'm going to do this many appointments and make this many contacts. I do the same thing. Jamie goes through, Allison goes through, and Selena finally goes through. And so we're all, okay, we're good to go. And Selena pipes in, she goes, you know what? And I'm going to hold you all accountable. That's my job. And she was so stoked about it.
Dead serious. She was, I'm owning this.
Yeah. She's like, I'm just going to take it. Sorry, I'm just going to run with it. So, sure enough, at 4 o'clock yesterday, I walk in, I go, here are my numbers.
But do you see what I'm saying? That pushes you, right? Talent is somebody, when someone's pushing you for more and more and more, not money, but for more work or for more answers or for more training, that's when you have a talented person. And that's when you go, oh my gosh, okay, they're making me a little uncomfortable because my Dophie just told me she was holding me accountable. And that's uncomfortably fantastic, right? I love the statement, the toughest game you play all week shouldn't be on Sunday, it should be in practice every day of the week. What is that? What are your takeaways from that?
It's your 20% your lead generation. I think we do your lead generation is the most important game we play, perfecting that art and science and skill set. It sets you up for success for everything else you do. I mean, if you have enough leads, no matter how bad everything else is functioning, if you have enough leads, things are going to happen.
Yeah, the world can be crumbling around you, but if you have enough leads, you can keep it cranking. Absolutely. Well, and I think about scripts. I think about objection handlers. You know, you guys all face the same objections. Every single buyer, there's no new objection, right? They're the same ones. There's no new objection in selling homes. I don't want to pay a commission. I don't want to use a realtor. I'm going to make less than I want on the house. I don't want to price it that. The objections are all the same, right? It's just a rehash. Your ability to deflect and handle them is based primarily on your ability to practice your scripts. Because the sooner you can get those things nailed, you find it's just autopilot, you know?
Well, has anybody read The Talent Code? Really good book, and it talks about the practice portion and practicing the hardest pieces over and over and over. For us, that's handling objections, right? It's the same thing with like a football team and going through each drill over and over and over so everybody gets it. Or the quarterback making that one throw, the hardest throw, over and over and over. Right? With us, it's the scripts and it's handling objections. See, in the Talent Code, it talks about when you're focused on the hardest pieces and you're really working through them and it just sucks and it's a grind and it's hard and I want to quit. You know, for some of us, that's making phone calls. You build up what's called myelin. And the more you do it, the better you get at it. Funky concept, right? So it's just a matter of getting really specific on, you know, what within your 20% will allow you to, you know, get to that next level. Or what are you doing in your day-to-day activities that is having you focus on that 20% and that which is going to make you stand out or, again, move levels.
I think practicing, sometimes you practice for opportunity. Because we can all practice, like, just for an example, when you're lead generating internet buyers, you have to practice the scripts for just converting them. You may know every script for closing them. Who cares if you can't even meet with them? And so you have to learn to practice to get by certain stages in the football game. Not everyone gets to take the touchdown winning shot. You know, they're going to give that to the person who's most well practiced.
Right.
And so you have to earn your levels of practice. You know, you need to know the whole part, but you need to focus on your 20%. You should focus more on getting appointments. Then, if you're a new agent, then spend on closing deals. You know what I mean?
No, that's actually a really valid
that's
point.
That's a platinum problem. You'll figure that out.
Yeah, you can close them to a buyer rep agreement all day long, but if you can't get them in the door and in front of you, it doesn't matter that you can close them to a buyer.
You should be practicing that script first.
No, that makes a lot of sense. I'm going to write that down. Thank you. See, I just learned something.
Write it down.
Here's something Gary says, I don't intend to manage people very well. I hire the right people, then I give very large and lofty goals and expectations, and I'm not always clear about the details. Then I watch them. I watch them succeed and I watch them fail, and I judge them without apology the whole time. Just because they failed doesn't mean they're the wrong person. How was it that they failed? Was it character or integrity, or was it just needed more information? be willing to let them fail. However, if they routinely come back to me and ask for clarity and ask for direction, or tell me they have problems or that they need help, then I know for me, that's going to be a problem. They aren't the right person for me. So here's how he spends it now. Because you're hearing him talk about, you know, I'm judging this person that I've put in to help me. Now he starts talking about the people that come to you. He says the problem is, there aren't very many of us. Think about it. If you're number one and at the top of your game, who can you hire? Do not hire down. So that's a challenge. We have a ton of talent in this room. A ton of really great, talented people. So you want to hire better than you. That gets challenging because you're kind of at the top of your game. So how many, I mean, we've got kind of the top 1% in here in terms of the agents. So hiring someone better than you is not an easy task. He says it's a big challenge and you need to do it right. Find your equal, one person at a time. But then here's where it goes from there. If you're not surrounded by top talent, you need to ask yourself, what's the one thing you need to fix to become more attractive? If you think you can act any way you want to act and attract the top 1%, you're kidding yourself. Talent isn't attracted to flip-flops and half-ass. Talent wants more than that. So you get his point, right? If you're playing at a low level, if you're conducting yourself at a low level, don't expect the top 1% to show up and want to work with you. So if you're continually having a hard time, and this isn't judgment, I'm not pointing my finger at anybody in particular, but what he's saying is, if you're continually looking around going, why am I not finding the right people? Why am I not finding the right talent? Make sure we take a look inward as well, because you get out what you attract, right? You attract what you put out. So if talent isn't coming to you, maybe there's a common denominator, you know, in the equation, that it may be ourselves. Does that resonate with anyone? I saw some heads nodding.
I think the room just got a little funky.
Did the room just get funky? It
A little funky there. No, I mean, because
Well,
that
it's
hits home. It's awesome.
Fuck you.
Find your equal. I love that. It's, you're talking.
Gary said it. I didn't say it. I just remember Gary said it.
No, I just like the idea of finding your equal. I mean, when you really think about it, because we're all very confident in our own abilities, right, and who we are. So go out and find your equal. I don't know. It's a cool thing to think about.
So then he moves into coaching and accountability. This is Gary, not me. Although I agree, 100%. If you don't have a coach, you're an idiot. Or you're just not that committed to what you say you are. Your success. Get a coach, make this a battle in your life, and don't get hung up on it. Just do it. And then this is where I love where he goes with this. Are you picking your coaches? Do you pick the coaches for your people? What about your kids? Now, I relate to this, and I'm sure many of you do as well. With it, those of us who have kids that have played on any level of athletic, from 3-year-old cook-inlet soccer all the way up to, you know, high school or collegiate athletics. I want to know who's coaching my kid.
I want to coach my kid.
I want to get involved. I can guarantee you that at the beginning of every season, if I don't know the coach, they're going to find out who I am real quick, because I'm going to find out who they are. We're going to have a conversation. I want to know your philosophy. I want to know how you're going to motivate my kid. I want to know how you're going to discipline. I want to know what you think about teamwork. I have a whole list of questions. So do I do that with my own coach as well? Be picky about who you're making an investment when you're being coached, right? It's a financial cost. There's nothing wrong with saying, I want to hold that dollar accountable and I want a good coach. I can tell you, we had an agent here who had a coach. She just signed in to Mastery Coaching, and a couple weeks after they had been in coaching, the agent calls me and says, I didn't really know. This happened a few weeks ago. Not really sure if I could say anything about it. I didn't want to get anybody in trouble, but this is what my coach said to me. And it wasn't like bad, inappropriate. It was in the coaching world, it was not okay. He basically cut her knees out from under her. She goes, what should I do about it? And I said, oh, you're not going to do anything about it. You're going to let me handle it. He's not your coach anymore. We are going to get you the right coach. And I was on the phone immediately, and we replaced her coach because she needs a coach that believes in her and pushes her. Whether this guy is a bad guy or not, I don't know. I'm sure benefit of the doubt. But he wasn't the right coach for her. And that was clear right then and there. And there was nothing wrong with her holding that dollar accountable and expecting the best. Yes?
What do you think about doing the same thing as you do with people that you hire with your coach? basically you're hiring, you give them the first 90 to 100 days, and if they stand up to the litmus test, you keep them and you move on. If they don't, then you swap them out. You
Well-
don't make it personal, you make it just like you're hiring somebody, because basically you're hiring a coach.
He says, don't just take any coach, why would you? Okay, I'm getting right into the end of time here, so let me go through the last couple of things real quick. I think this is interesting, and this is, again, a little bit irrelevant to what we've just talked about. What is your, sometimes people ask you what you do for, you know, in your job. People ask you what you do, and you tell them what you do. But what you're actually telling them is what you think you do. So here's what's true. The truth is what you actually do is probably different than what you think you do. Gary hired a guy, paid him $30,000 a year, and had him follow him around him and document him with a camera and a recorder. Audio recorder, notepad. He documented what actually happened. Now this is where the launch and operations manual for Keller Williams comes from. But what a brilliant idea. What would your job be defined as if you watched it on film every day? Imagine you had someone around you taping you. Do you really, and I don't mean that we're all trying to like sneak one over on ourselves. I mean, truly, just subconsciously, I think we do different things than we actually do.
Yep.
I'm sensing a lot of agreement in the room. It helps you, this helps him realize what he did well, but here's the other thing. It helps him realize what he did well and what he didn't. Because what do we know about the things you don't do well? Find somebody else to do them. Don't go try and get better at them. You're wasting a ton of energy trying to get better at something. Just find somebody else that's better at it and let them do it for you. And you go do what you do well. It also helps you realize what is actually the reason for your success and what may just be luck or happenstance. Too many people take credit for or give credit to things for their success that don't actually matter, or they're not duplicatable situations. What does that mean? It means you're not McDonald's. If I can't teach what you're doing to someone else, then there's a lot of luck and pure drive and pure charisma that's driving you. Does that make sense? That's not a negative statement. That's not a judgment statement. Gary had a guy on stage one time, and he said, write out your organizational chart. And this guy's, it was Greg Guy from Myrtle Beach. Remember that one? The guy did, what, $100 million a year? I mean, some crazy amount of volume, right? And he writes out his organizational chart, and it's got like 30 people, and all of them report to him. Every single one of them. Now, here's what Gary said. That is great, and that works for you, and I can't teach that. Because the only reason you can pull this off is because you're that, not being funny, you're that special. You're a workhorse enough, your shoulders are big enough, you can handle 30 people reporting to you. Most of us couldn't handle that. So it's not replicable. I'm saying replicable. I think Gary made that word up, or he spelled it wrong, one or the other.
Duplicable.
So, anyways, I have a copy of, I've sent these out to several of you last night. I have a copy of all of Gary's notes. It is worth sitting down and reading through. There's a ton more in here that we didn't have time to go through. If you want them, you can text me now, and I will respond. And I'll be happy to email it out to you. The other set of notes that I have, if you would like, Mark Willis validated an AVA on stage. Incredible set of notes from that. And I have a set of notes from Mark actually teaching Recruit Select, the class. So if anybody wants those, let me know. Okay, now we're getting to what you're all here for. Awards, written awards. Okay, congratulations to amazing production. Dawn Storm, 508,500. Denny Wood, 521. She left. Patty Kopensky, 530, 500. I'm happy for it. David Armstrong wrote 554,559. Rana wrote 555,000. Larry Malden wrote 555,000. Kim Kachowski, I can't say it.
It's okay.
577,852. Butch Jakes, 599,500. Michelle Sanford, 659,800. I think Michelle did 659,000 in her whole first year at her old brokerage. Seriously, like right around there. I'm so excited for her. Beth Simpson and Company, 668,725. She left. Christina Gomez, 693. Kirk Moses, 723.
Wow.
Yay, Kirk. I love this one. Donna Smith, 794. Volume.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
sweet CPA Donna. She's awesome. Marcy Bouchard, 826,000. Mike Schwartz, 839. Brandy Kroom, 847,400. Stuart Smith, 1,033,681. Stock Up, 1,038,250.
And that's that.
And I still have that, yeah. Congrats to Kylie Wise, wrote 1,109,900. Hope Russo in Eagle River wrote 1,132,500. Diet and Company, 1,195,220. Vicki Hudson, 1,449,819. Clinton Peterson in Wasilla, 1,579,051. I think what I get so excited is this is his 10th month of business on his own. So I'm super proud of him. He's just awesome. Les Bailey and Associates, 1,625,800. Nate Bear came early and left early. 1,626,675.
That's awesome.
Brittany Radford, 1,668,940. The Kira Dreyer Group, 1,871,500. Kira's killing it. The Dan Wolf Team, 2,055,400. Bob Bolding, talk about an example of everything we just talked about. I think he's still in Hawaii, isn't he? Yeah. 2,159,900 is written.
I love it.
We are like everybody's pulling for to break 20. That's his goal. He's
No,
so
he's so
close.
close.
He's
Is
so
he gonna make it?
yes.
Yes.
I hope so.
Yes, he is good. He's in Hawaii, so I hope Michelle is.
We'll send the positive energy.
Yes,
He is going
exactly.
to make it.
He's close. I think he's at like 18 and some change with what he's got pending. Brandy Pennington, 2,202,900. Kevin Cross and a baby, 2,369,000. She was in bold and had the baby, I think that night, went into the hospital. Kevin Cross, 2,369,640. The Dar Walden Team, 2,543,000. Ivy Lucas, 2,641,700. The Matt Demick Team, 2,813,900. We've got two of you left. The Reed Moore Group, 2,838,500. Ed Erickson wrote 2,994,500. Kristen Cole Team wrote 3,802,900.
Please.
Hold on.
To the Alaska Real Estate Experts who wrote 12,566,000.
That's intense.
Okay, closed. We'll rip through these fast. I'm going to have you out on time. Dawn Storm, 508,500. Lisa, closed 525,000. Rana, 555. Larry Malden, 555. Kachowski, 577,822. Denny Wood, 579. Beth Simpson, closed 594,575. Jacob Sebring, 604,900. Stuart Smith, closed 624,181. Michael Schwartz, 634. Michelle Stanford, 659,800. Kirk Moses, 723. Joe Bell, 760. Marcy Bouchard, 826. David Armstrong, I can't believe he's not here. This is one of the first, 844, 559, and close.
I was a little excited for him. Sorry. Good job, David.
Brandy Groom, 847, 400. Melanie Patty, 892.
Nice. That's awesome.
Oh, Russo, 1,132,500. It's so funny, we kind of get spoiled because we have such incredibly huge numbers, you know, with some of you guys, that we forget that is so, these numbers are so much above the average. I mean, when I pull the latest, like the licensee rankings, the last 10 pages, and I don't think I'm exaggerating, are not even doing what we have these guys doing in a month. You know, even at 525, half of the agents are lucky to do 525 in a year.
So don't get spoiled by the fact that we see some really huge numbers and lose sight of the incredible accomplishments what so many of you guys are doing. James Team, 1,173,045. Jen Stocka,
1,342,720. Kara Dreyer closed 1,357,500. Clinton Peterson, 1,389,150. Kylie Wise, she had an incredible month, 1,389,900. Wow. Brittany Radford just beat her out at 1,389,940. There needs to be some trash talking down there. Les Bailey closed 1,440,800. Brandy Pennington, 1,443,000. Diet and Company, 1,614,400. Nate Bear, 1,626,675. A lot of sixes. Bob Bolding closed 1,772,000. Vicki Hudson had a great month, 1,870,479. Kevin Cross, 1,876,140. Kevin is just always like right there. Every month, it's like 1.5 to 2.5, 1.5, just, and then he'll pop in a 3. You know,
It's
just
gonna explode next year.
just steady, steady, steady. The Dan Wolf Team, 2,379,900. Ed Erickson closed 2,449,500. The Dara Walden Team closed 2,722,100. It's gonna be fun at the end of the year to pull the numbers. How much are you up this year over last year?
41%.
41%. Yeah, they've had an incredible, incredible year. So it's super exciting. Matt Demick, 2,813,900. Kylie Lucas Team, 2,853,700. The Reed Moore Group closed 3,817,100. Kristen Cole had a great month, 4,045,600. And the Alaska Real Estate Experts closed 4,125,900. I was with Quake and Christy, Quake Hayden and Christy Tanner at Bold the other day, and I said, hey, I heard the Tolleson team did 32 deals in 31 days, and Quake's like all over. He's like, I gotta do that, I gotta do it. He's so driven too, he'll totally go after it. Last thing, reminder, if you want to sign up for business planning, do it here. We'll follow up with you, get your information, get registered for family reunion, and have a fantastic week. See you at Bold tomorrow. Yay.